Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Awesome! I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to play.
First of all, before we get started here, how dare you be a disruption in my entrance? Welcome to the Must See Talk Show here on YouTube.com. Welcome to, well, I guess I could say Miz TV, but after all, I am not the Miz, but my name is Mike, but my name is not Mike Mizanin. That is pretty darn obvious. So I'm completely stealing the Miz persona right here. Now, this is not gonna make me hate it all whatsoever, because the Miz is hated all whatsoever, but I'm gonna be Miz. I'm gonna embrace the Miz. I'm gonna be Miz because I'm awesome! Just like tonight's show of SmackDown Live, the September 18th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live. It was absolutely awesome! But let me tell you what is not awesome whatsoever. You see, unlike The Miz, I don't have a hot, sexy, gorgeous wife like Maurice who comes out. But you know what? I don't care anyways. Because you know what I am sick and tired of? I am sick and tired of Daniel Bryan thinking well, then it makes no sense as I am being myself and not The Miz. So you know what? Let me start this over again. As deep down, I really am The Miz. And I actually do have a hot, sexy wife named Maurice. And let me tell you something right here, guys. I am going to tell you right now, I am sick and tired of having to just show the world how many times I can defeat Daniel Bryan. Whether it's just one-on-one, whether he's hiding behind his wife's back. Unlike, it says my wife was able to overcome her at Hell in a Cell to prove that we are the it couple. Chris Jericho, you like to say it and get that over with. Well, you know what? Myself and my sexy, gorgeous wife, Maurice, we are the it couple. But now I have to go to Super Showdown all the way on the other side of the world in Melbourne, Australia, just to beat him again and to go on to face either AJ Styles or Samoa Joe to take back what is rightfully mine, the WWE Championship. I have not held that title since I can't remember the last time I held this title. Oh yeah, the last time I actually held this title was when John Cena dethroned me inside of a steel cage match at Extreme Rules, and it was not fair. It was a triple threat match. I was too busy focused on John Morrison that match, and of course, you know what? Him and The Rock, yeah, that guy named Dwayne, he stole my spotlight at WrestleMania 27. I main evented and headlined WrestleMania 27 against John Cena, and The Rock had to come out there and make it all about him and John Boy. Yeah, that's right. I just went there and called him John Boy. Really, guys? Really? You had to go out of your way and steal my spotlight and take my WWE Championship momentum away from me, which is another reason why I lost the championship at Extreme Rules. It was all thanks to that stupid rookie of mine named Alex Riley, who just always just ruined my reputation. But no, I beat Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. My wife and I beat both him and his wife at Hell in a Cell. Yet I have to go to Super Showdown just to earn another opportunity against a man I've beaten twice already to go get what belongs to me, my WWE Championship. And you got a problem with that? You can shut your mouths right now. Is there anybody talking in the live chat? Huh? Yeah, that's right. There is people talking in the live chat. You know what, guys? You guys can go shove it. Because when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. That's right. I'm talking to you, King Larry the First. I'm talking to you, Lauren Hutton. I'm talking to you, Robbie One Kenobi. I'm talking to you, Daniel Guys. I'm talking to you, Deluxe Man. I'm talking to you, Saul Monster. I'm talking about you, Ultra Shadow 97. I'm talking about you, Gene from the BS Podcast. I'm talking about you as well, Nerd Coalition. I'm talking about all of you out there who think that you are better than the most must-see man in Hollywood, the Moneymaker. And no one could beat me with these shades on. Not even a guy that we all know that is electrifying. He claims to be the most electrifying man of all time. He claims that he's a big Hollywood star, but before you know it, I'm going to pass him up someday and be much more must-see than him because I'm the Miz! And I'm...
What the Rock is cooking.
All right, yeah. I literally just thought of that Rock interruption at the last second. If I was able to pull off two personas, or if I had somebody else in the room, I would have definitely tried to pull off the Miz interrupting me and shutting up. But yes, guys, that's my little entrance for tonight. What is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review. Actually, crap, I'm wearing the wrong shirt tonight, guys. Guys, I'm wearing a red shirt. And what show is red? And that sucks. But what show is blue, which is my favorite color, and it rocks? Because as y'all say, if I can do my inner art truth. Stay with me, guys. I started a few weeks ago. Hey, Raw, you suck. SmackDown, you rock. Hey, Raw, you suck. SmackDown, you rock. That is right. But I am wearing the wrong shirt because tonight was SmackDown Live, the blue brand pay-per-view that is kicking Raw's ass, no doubt about it. And there is nothing that Road Dogg or Vince McMahon or anyone else in that production truck can do about it. Because if you keep doing something wrong, then Randy Orton's going to be up your ass like he was on wherever he was tonight, getting to see that footage of him just doing what he did to Jeff Hardy for the past few weeks and saying he'll do the same thing to a victim he does next. Because we will talk about that later on. Because we're about to talk about this show, SmackDown Live, the September 18th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live. We're now 4 days away from my 25th birthday, and I am pumped as hell for that as well. And I am pumped as hell to talk about this. And I gotta stay pumped up because afterwards, as you can see, I'll pull this up. I'm getting my green screen ready to do a couple tournament things. We did have one tournament happen on SmackDown tonight, and I'm going to do two other lingering ones afterwards, even though I know one will be completely pointless, and I'll probably proclaim that I will never do another one again, but unfortunately, it's probably, going to have to happen again at some point. Who knows? But anyways, we're going to start, and I do apologize for that Miz persona for bashing anybody in my live chat, but he had to go there because he is the Miz, and he doesn't care what you think. But anyways, guys, yes, we're going to talk about that, because overall, once again, this episode of SmackDown Live was, say it with me one more time, guys, awesome! I enjoyed it from top to bottom. Only really low point of thought was, what happened with Naomi and Asuka and the Iconics. But then again, to me, I tolerated it because it was short and sweet and to the point. Didn't drag on for ages. It was a short match, obviously, just Asuka kicking Billie Kay's ass. And that's all we got from it, pretty much. But other than that, everything else felt like it meant something. It had me hyped, had me paying attention the entire time in the show. Unlike Raw, when it's just like 3 hours, like, can we just get this over with? But that was not the case. We had some great segments tonight. Great match with AJ Styles and Andrade Cien Almas. A great ending segment in Brawl as well with Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Even though it's probably showing that they're still pushing to make Becky a heel. But on the bright side, at least what they're still doing is working. And Becky's not bashing the crowd. Whatever she's doing, it's working. Although, I will talk a little bit about the end, though, but why I do feel we really shouldn't go too deep with the Becky Lynch heel character, of course. Because beyond the Charlotte feud, I don't know how else a heel Becky could work at this point, in my honest opinion. But we will talk about that later on. First, let's check the live chat with my favorite followers. Let me see here. Laura said, hey, once again, SmackDown Live was brilliant. She gave it an A. Larry goes, I came to play. My entrance gets approved. Yep, Aiden English finally turned on heel and Orton attacked the production staff, and Becky called Charlotte a bitch was savage. I definitely agree. Do you think Maurice is leaving again? I'm not too sure. I mean, they may say she may be, but I don't know if that really is the case or not. They didn't really go too deep into details of that on Miz TV in the opening segment. She may be. I don't know. I'll actually say what I thought happened in this segment before I realized it was just a ruse. But anyways, where was Brie tonight? Not sure. I guess she's done playing Daniel Bryan's wife on SmackDown, and she's now just going to be Brie's Nikki's twin sister on Raw. Don't know, but I was surprised to get a reaction from that. Do you think Orton will go after Styles for the WWE title? I mean, he could, but then again, Joe's still on Styles' butt. Obviously, it's either Bryan or Miz will come for him next if he retains at Super Showdown. So he could, but it'd be quite a packed house gunning for AJ Styles. If Orton would go for him also. Yeah, I don't know who Orton's going to go after next, but we'll have to wait and see. Rusev, she feels should be U.S. champ. He could, but unfortunately somebody else had to cost him that. We'll talk about that later on. The matches she's predicting for the next pay-per-view or SmackDown matches are Charlotte versus Becky, Miz versus Bryan, The Bar versus New Day, Orton versus Jeff as Jeff returns his brother Nero. Ooh, I like that. And Joe versus AJ one last time. Of course, that would probably, most of those matches are happening at Super Showdown. I don't know that what's happening yet is Orton and Jeff, so that we could be getting that. Maybe Aiden versus Rusev versus Shinsuke. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Did you hear Alexa Bliss is injured? Yeah, I did hear that. She was replaced by Ember Moon in the Mixed Match Challenge. I did not watch the Mixed Match Challenge tonight. So we got the Monster Eclipse now. In her honest opinion, she thinks that Orton and Miz are the best heels on SmackDown. Oh, no doubt about it. Definitely. Best faces are Daniel and AJ. Definitely. Are you happy Almas is getting pushed? Again, yeah, I am. Again, Andrade Almas is not like, one of my favorites of all time, but I definitely do, respect and appreciate what he brings to the table. He brings something new and fresh, and I really do like the pairing with him and Zelina Vega. So, I am glad though they're pushing, giving someone else the opportunities as well. So I'm cool with that with Andrade. Again, he's not like my favorite. It's like, yes, Andrade. It's like, okay, Andrade, cool. He definitely did that. I still gotta say, put on one of the best matches of the year in NXT with him and Gargano take over Philadelphia again. Still an unreal match that was. But yes, I actually am happy with almost getting pushed. Carmella face and Aiden heel. Yep. Yeah, Rusev now I think they finally have said, so okay, Rusev is a babyface, and they established that very well tonight with what happened in his match. Paige's haircut is nice. It's not too bad. I think I did see the photo of Paige's new tattoo. She'd rather see this 3 hours of SmackDown Live than Raw. Well, it's called 3 hours of Roman Reigns being the only thing to worry about, pretty much. So who knows? Becky could feud with a lot of women on SmackDown if she's a heel. She's saying there's Asuka, Naomi, and Carmella. She could. It's just I'm just not sure if they try making her the heel. Well, again, my thing was again, I'm probably going a little too far, off track here. It's just is she going to be able to be still like that anti-hero and still? How do I explain this? It feels like with the situation with Charlotte, it's easier to feel the sympathy for her and still want her to be the face. I mean, Asuka, you can say Becky's on a roll, she's on top. Asuka's dropped off. They want to keep the face to heel dynamic. It's just I'm just not sure. Again, I just don't want to boo Becky. That's the thing. So might have been just a bad thought I gave there. I mean, she could, but again, Becky's getting cheered. I mean, yes, heels can get cheered for, but they're not. They're putting even more sympathy and more reason to get behind Becky than like anybody else she's facing right now. Again, that's just my opinion. SmackDown has way too many heels and need more faces if Cena and Mysterio ever return. I agree. When SmackDown Live 1000, it is on October 16th next month. Did you hear there were plans to turn Asuka heel, but was turned down? I did hear there were rumors of her turning heel, but I guess they're not going through with it. All right, then. But I wouldn't mind seeing Asuka go heel. Charlotte is a natural heel. And Charlotte herself even said it. Like, I've probably said this before. I remember one time, I can't remember which podcast it was on. I heard her talking about how, like, when she first, how, like, you know, she feels she's naturally a heel. And she only came up to the main roster as babyface because she was on NXT for 8 months after she dropped the championship, and she only turned face because she was putting on good matches. And she felt she wasn't connecting with the crowd right away as a babyface. So she somewhat, in some ways, kind of slowly turned herself heel to push them to turn her heel. And I agree that, you know, obviously not just in the women's division, but as a heel, Charlotte was one of the best stars in the entire company. Again, I still feel again, I don't hate Charlotte, but it's obvious that, you know, the storyline, she should be the heel here. Becky's the babyface. I mean, I get to the fact that, yeah, WWE claims, okay, we've already done this before. You know, it'd be the same thing, but this time it'd be better. I mean, it wasn't terrible when it happened in 2016, but these superstars are much more polished now, and Becky had all the momentum going for her. I mean, in some ways, I understand how, like, you know, they will want Becky to take the title off Charlotte, because obviously we all knew Becky could beat Carmella. We knew Charlotte could beat Carmella. We knew any of them could have beaten Carmella. But, you know, Becky just did, you know, what she had to do. We were literally in Becky Lynch's shoes as well as fans. We've been waiting all this time to have Becky Lynch get back to the top of the SmackDown Live Women's Division where she most rightfully belongs. And now she's up there, and we're going to love it. We're not going to hate it. But again, as I said at the beginning of this review, as long as Becky's not bashing the crowd, I'm fine. Like, she's still doing great. She's not being a coward. That's the one thing. She's not being a coward, because once you turn heel, oh, you've got to be a coward again. Make them look dominating, and then one week you can expose a weakness. That's what happens, and that's when the heels get their comeuppance, when a weakness gets exposed and throws them off their game. Not just having to walk away from a fight every single time they brawl. So that's all I ask for if you're going to keep this edge on Becky Lynch. But anyways, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Let's see here. Did you know WWE stars have stated they love playing heels more than faces because it's more fun? I can see why. Can you see Zelina Vega turning face soon? Probably not. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I still think that her pairing with her and Andrade still has a lot of mileage left in it, so maybe not. But I think eventually, yes. She also thinks that AJ needs to turn and Joe needs to turn face. That'd be a swerve. It could be. Nakamura's heel turn was a wasted opportunity. I mean, I'll actually say this. I actually do, because I remember once I made honest opinion videos on Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. I want to make one also. I thought of it tonight for Shinsuke Nakamura, and I want to talk about, like, my honest opinion, like what the biggest problem with Shinsuke Nakamura is. So I will save my thoughts on that for that video, which I'll try to make that sometime this week. Becky is champ now, so we're happy. She needs to be champ at least 3 months. I do agree. Joe and Orton aren't heels. They're just sadistic as fuck. They definitely are. Coward heels, I meant. Sorry, it's okay. But yeah, they're not cowards at all, but they're aggressive. And that's what more heels need to be. Like some people, like, you know, The Miz can pull off being a coward, and it works great. But guys like, you know, Kevin Owens, no, him being a heel is awful. Samoa Joe, if Samoa Joe ever was a cowardly heel, oh God, Lord help me. And same with, like, Randy Orton and a few others. God help me. But yeah. But anyways, I will start, you know, talking about more things in this review, and I will check back in the live chat shortly here. So make sure, Lauren, Larry, anybody else in the live chat, make sure to leave your thoughts, and then afterwards I will be recording a couple turn alerts. As you can see, the green screen getting set up behind me. So let's get right to this. We open up with Biz TV. He does his introduction. He says he has big news, and he says that him and Bryan will be facing off at Super Showdown for a number contendership for the WWE Championship. He talks about he's superior to Daniel Bryan, how they've had 2 victories over him, and saying he's going to do it again in Australia when he goes on to wrestle either Joe or Styles. But that's in 3 weeks. Tonight, he has a very special guest, which ends up being his own wife, Maryse. Maryse comes out to her music, which I'm glad they've been doing that because I actually do kind of like Maryse's music. They kiss a few times and they thank each other for being there. Miz puts over and asks how difficult it was for her to beat Brie Bella. But then Maryse does the whole really thing and says it was the easiest thing she's done in her life. She's a way better athlete than Brie, and she didn't stand a chance against her. Motherhood can really change you, and she felt Brie's heart wasn't in it, which Miz says he thinks her heart isn't in her relationship with the American Dragon anymore. They raised the idea that she thought she was hitching her wagon to a rising star and trying to be relevant by riding his coattails. A marriage of convenience, Miz says it backfired when they faced a real couple with real love and real talent, and now that Maryse has proved that she hasn't lost a step, what's next? Maryse says she has some breaking news, and that's that tonight for now is her last night on SmackDown, which she said for now. So again, we didn't really go too deep into this, but maybe Maryse is going to be taking a break for a while. Not sure. Maybe just take some more time to focus on Monroe Sky off camera. Don't know. Miz puts over again. She's saying she's leaving to go back to be the mother of the century, and she's a role model to every woman everywhere. So pretty much, I guess so. But he talks about how she recovered quickly from giving birth and suggests that the women in the crowd gave birth 30 to 40 years ago and still haven't recovered. Miz goes back and forth with the crowd over him booing Maryse and saying he'll destroy Daniel Bryan right here, right now. So he pretty much calls out Daniel Bryan. Bryan comes out, and unlike Bobby Lashley, who last night Leo Rush said that Bobby's angry, but Bobby came out smiling because he's always smiling like, Sammy, good to see you again, buddy. Hey, I'm angry, guys. I'm angry. What's up, everybody? But no, of course, Bryan is pissed off. Is he really going to smile coming out here? The only reason why Daniel Bryan would smile with The Miz is just to laugh at how ridiculous he feels The Miz is. But Bryan comes out, all serious. He says The Miz can talk about him as much as he wants, but when you talk about your wife, you're going to get punched in the face. He runs in there. Him and Miz start brawling with each other, and Maryse is just hanging out there. And then Bryan has a running drop kick on Miz and knocks him into the A-lister's wife. Charles Robinson, the referee, comes out to the ring to check on her, and they call for medics. And Daniel Bryan, of course, is shaken up by this, as he feels he really did, hurt a woman. And honestly, this is being a little bit far. I thought, what if they go as far as saying Maryse was leaving because she's pregnant again? Like, what if they went as far as saying that, and then Bryan ran into her like that? And it just, again, I'm still looking for something. This feud cannot end after Super Show. I'm looking for something to have this feud go on long that it will culminate at WrestleMania. And I'm like, what if they could do some of this? So I thought maybe that was the case. But then I see The Miz standing behind Bryan. I'm like, they're going to fake something out here, aren't they? And of course, it did happen. Maryse starts smirking, and it looked like The Miz was starting to attack Bryan again as Miz going into the skull-crushing finale. But instead, Bryan slips out of there and hits a couple elbows to Miz. He pushes Miz, knocks him towards the apron where he almost literally ran into his wife, but Maryse still got off the apron. But then Bryan, hits a clothesline and knocks Miz out of the ring to end this segment. The crowd's all chanting, yes, yes, yes. So it's still going, of course. I love when these two just, talk trash to each other or whatnot, because, again, it's just, we've been waiting for this how long? I like what they've done so far. The match at SummerSlam is good. The mixed tag match, again, it felt a little more too focused on Brie and Maryse. So it was what it was. But so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Well, I'm not going to watch Super Showdown. I may check out this match for Super Showdown, but I'm not going to watch the whole thing of Super Showdown. I can't do it. I can't. I can't watch a glorified house show for 5 hours, so it probably will be. Anyways, but that's what we get in the opening segment. We see the New Day backstage. walk around like they're on a safari, which I don't know why they were doing that. Then we have Daniel Bryan being interviewed backstage. He says if Miz calls him out, he's up to something because we all know Miz is a coward. So him calling him out, he knew something disgusting was going to happen, but he didn't realize the A-lister would stoop as low to stage an injury with his wife. But in Australia, it's not going to work because it's going to be Mano y Mano, and he's not just going to punch him in the face. He's going to punch his ticket to an opportunity to the WWE Championship. Although then again, you know, you kind of expect the Miz to kind of stoop that low, especially when he threw a baby at us when it ended up being just a baby doll. But yeah, he does stoop that low definitely to do the stuff he does for just to prove that he truly is as Daniel Bryan would say, coward. But we got that. Then we had the New Day making their way out, and Kofi Kingston talks about how they proved at Hell in a Cell that they're the only day in WWE. Xavier Woods says, next on the menu, they're defending their tag titles against The Bar in Australia. And Biggie interrupts with a huge cricky mate, which everyone's going like, okay, what was that? And then Xavier Woods criticizes how absolutely terrible, offensive his accent was. But Biggie says, but the Iconics said it was cool. So he gets into the ring and says that they have the Celtic Walrus and Superior Manus. And you can tell Cesaro is the dominant one because of his enormous Eros. Cesaro fires back saying this is New Day in a natural habitat, dressed like clowns and recycling old, unfunny jokes. And Sheamus says that's because they are a joke. So the Bar are happy to take the titles off of them and elevate the division because they don't just set the bar, they are the bar. So we got a match, Cesaro and Kofi Kingston. Not a bad match, actually, between these two. It wasn't too much action outside of the ring. But, of course, these are two guys that, you know, are definitely underrated talents or at least overlooked talents. I mean, Cesaro is not underrated. He's just overlooked. Again, he should be, you know, getting a main event spot, but Vince does not think so. I've said how many times. Kofi Kingston, again, is definitely underrated. And his wrestling ability continues to show that. But Cesaro, though, beat him, though. Managed to get him the Bar some more momentum going into Super Showdown, which I think at Super Showdown will be when the Bar claim the SmackDown Live tag titles off of the New Day. And we'll be off to the races from there. So, yep, Cesaro wins the match. Backstage, we then see Rusev and Lana talking about Rusev Day. I'm sorry if I should do this since it's probably won't be the last time I do this. Rusev Day. Aiden English comes up and says he knows Hell in a Cell was a tough loss, but tonight he's got a good feeling about Rusev's chances. And Rusev agrees because Aiden won't be in the match. And English says he was doing his best. Rusev says if that was his best, it wasn't good enough. And he and Lana walk away. Aiden, though, comes across a random crew member and asking if Rusev is serious, claiming he's the key. And he claims that Aiden claims that he is the key to Rusev Day and everything is Lana's fault, if anything. If she was more of a manager and less of his wife, and then it got pointed out that Lana was standing right behind Aiden English. And Aiden's like, oh no, don't tell him. But she's like, I'm going to tell Rusev. And then Lana chases after her, trying to stop her from pretty much blabbing of what exactly he said. Let's check the live chat really quick here. Let's see here. Who do you see AJ losing the title to? Either Samoa Joe or The Miz, I'd say. She sees him keep him until WrestleMania 35. I mean, he could. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I don't hate AJ's title reign, but you know, I know those guys he's come across. I'm like, they could have taken it. You know, well, maybe Nakamura. Not sure because he still didn't quite feel ready yet. Samoa Joe definitely. The Miz, sure. I'd say so. If he feels with them, of course, I'd be fine with him dropping Daniel Bryan. But I feel like he's gonna be dropping it soon. I'd say. I don't really think he's gonna make it till Mania as a champion, but maybe it could. Larry's a big fan of Turner. Thank you, Larry. Maurice is better than Brie in her opinion. here come the hate. Oh boy. Maurice was a star before getting with Miz. Brie was just a jobber, even though she loves both. They're all right. Maurice has never been faced. One day I'd love to see her as one. I mean, they could try her. Then again, I don't think Miz would work as a baby face again if they try him as a face. He's just so good as a heel. I just don't think he'd be good as a face. Which turn? The Aiden English one? He says he hated. WWE destroyed one of the few things every fan loved wholeheartedly, Rusev Day. I mean, you know, they can still do it. I understand. I get it, but like, where else were they really going to go with it? I felt. My thing was at least they turned the right person in Aiden English, and maybe it's sort of like how Aiden English has been just like a cancer in Rusev's side, and then Rusev is saying, "Hey, I'm actually Rusev Day is about me," and then he has a short SmackDown feud like not really on pay-per-view, but on SmackDown with Aiden, and he wins and he proclaims every day still Rusev Day, and it could help propel him to gain to big things as a babyface. I'd say maybe. I mean, that's where it could be. But yeah, I will give my thoughts on the Aiden English heel turn in my turn order video I did tonight. Yes, Larry, we don't set the bar. We are the bar. Turn the bar face and New Day heel. Would be interesting to see the roles reversed. I definitely agree. Cesaro deserves a title win, even though I don't like him, but he's talented, and Kofi and Cesaro are never getting a main event spot again because Vince is stubborn. He definitely is. She knew from the Aiden segment backstage that he was turning, to be honest, by bashing Lana and Rusev. Oh, we all knew it was coming. Larry loves the bar. Huge Sheamus fan here. I could kill everyone that shouts, "You look stupid" to him. Don't take this comment too seriously. Sheamus is a badass. Laura loves Sheamus again. I get that I do feel, in my opinion, honestly, that Sheamus though never really hit a high note in the main event scene. But I have always had like a soft spot and nice respect for Sheamus because he definitely is one of the hardest workers. He does a lot outside the ring for the company. And he's still a great wrestler. There's been times in his career I felt like they could have done better with his character. And I mean, with him and Cesaro, he's been awesome. But like I said, singles competitor, like in the main event scene, I feel like they didn't quite hit that high note with him. I felt, in my honest opinion. But I do agree that Sheamus, Sheamus is definitely up there as one of my more underrated favorites of all time. I definitely say for Sheamus. I wonder if he's still going through his injury. Yeah, because rumors of spinal stenosis. Not sure. We got TLM Nathan McNair 07. I wonder if he has anything to do with Steve McNair. What's up, man? He said, "What was the main event?" The main event was the championship celebration for Becky Lynch, pretty much. The Bar don't seem like heels or faces. They do seem like tweeners. They could. The main event was Becky and Charlotte. What's up? They turned Miz face 2013, but that quickly faded. Yeah, definitely. It just sucked. Do you think they ruined Rusev Day? I don't. Again, I'm not completely upset that they split them up already, but I think I'm just finally glad to see that they finally are just settling for Rusev being a babyface, not like acting like he's a heel one week, face next week, heel one week, face next week. So you know what? I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not like oh, Oz is a great heel, but I'm like, okay, let's see where it goes. Because quite frankly, if they did this on Raw, they would have had Rusev be the one to turn on Aiden English. I've been telling you right now that would have happened. So it's SmackDown. I'm giving it a shot. See what would they go with this. Sheamus was at his best in 09 to 11. That's where he shined as main event star and as a heel, no less. 07. Sorry for typing it twice. No worries, man. You're fine. Larry agrees with everything you said about Sheamus. Sure thing, Larry. Who is your favorite wrestler? Mine is AJ Styles. AJ Styles is definitely one of my number one favorite is still Daniel Bryan, but definitely I love AJ Styles as well. Do you think Sheamus is retiring soon? He is 40. As long as he stays healthy, I say maybe he's got a few more years left in him. But I'd say once after the Bar, if they ever do split up the Bar, I'd say probably sometime around then. So maybe a few more years for Sheamus, I'd say, because he's still good in the ring. Lauren's favorites are Orton, Cena, Styles, Rollins, Ambrose, Kane, Edge, and HBK. That is great. TLM Nathan McNarrow, 7 thinks that he's going to retire in 3 years. Why do you think that, Lauren? I mean, it could happen sooner or later, but he has some years left, definitely. And her favorite divas are Tori, Trish, Maria, Maurice, Nikki, Eve, Mickey, Melina, Becky, and Mella. Nice. Good stuff, guys, in the live chat. I'm going to keep things going here with the review. Back from commercial, they're going to about to talk about other business, but then they said they had to, wait a minute, because they found out Randy Orton was causing a commotion in the commentary truck. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? The camera's in the truck, and Orton has his hands on shoulders of the tech guy, demanding him to get his footage pulled up faster and just threatening him. He wants to see the moment he jammed the screwdriver through Jeff Hardy's gauge hole in his ear. And when the guy gets it queued up, he complains that Randy is hurting him. So Randy just squeezes harder and grabs the guy's jaw. Moves to the next patient and asks the dude how he feels, if he's disturbed. The guy answers in affirmative. Orton says the really disturbing thing is all this, and that he's done to Hardy pales in comparison to what he'll do to his next victim. Which, again, I really wonder who that is. Literally, Orton going now, just attacking production staff. I'm just like, dang, like he's so unpredictable right now. You don't know what he's gonna do. Pull on the ear. I mean, I expect him to pull on the ear again. It's a Hell in a Cell, but this time he did with a freaking screwdriver. I'm like, oh my goodness, like what else is this guy gonna come up with? Now he's going into a production. Like, literally, I tweet out, I'm like, can he go do that to Kevin Dunn, please? And of course, T.N. Coupar is not in a live chat yet. Tweeted towards where he says, well, he pulls out Kevin Dunn's two front teeth. It won't be long to be a Buxton, where he'll be like, Kevin, Buxton, Dunn, Randy, pull out my teeth. I loved it though. I just love seeing Randy Orton going in there and pretty much just torturing the production crew. I'm just like what else are they going to come up with? Like this? Like where was this for the past few years? We got Randy Orton who was getting stuck in these like babyface feuds for him that were just, some of them weren't bad, but as I keep saying, like he just obviously we knew he wasn't enjoying them. We knew it wasn't his fault that the stuff he was doing wasn't getting highly looked at. But ever since he's turned heel again, he's right back in that element, and he is killing it. I love this. I really look forward to seeing who he goes after next. I really wonder where this goes for him. But then we have AJ Styles being interviewed backstage. After everything Joe's put him through his family and him, the worst thing that could have happened at Hell in a Cell is if Joe won the title. Sometimes Lady Luck smiles on you, and he's still the champion. Maybe Joe did get screwed, and maybe it was karma, though. But they'll do it one more time in Australia. Anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications, there must be a winner. That's literally the stipulation. No countouts, no disqualifications, there must be a winner. They're not saying no holds barred. They're just saying there must be a winner. Okay, that's still strange, but oh well. He's got Andrade tonight, and he has to focus on him because Almas took him to the limit last time, and he needs to get his brain straight in order to pick up the W later on. Before the next match, we have Rusev walking backstage. Lana runs up to him to tell him everything that Aiden said behind their backs. But then Rusev says she has to wait to tell her because he's focused on winning the title because he's taking on Nakamura for the U.S. title. But then he invites Aiden to sing his entrance, and Lana again insists on telling him, but he waves her off. They do so, and Rusev and Nakamura have a U.S. title match. Start off a little bit slow, but then it did pick up. Of course, my favorite spot was still towards the end, wherever Nakamura goes for a cane shot. Well, he did hit a cane shot, saw Rusev on the apron, and it looked like he was about to, do it again when he threw Rusev back in. But then instead, Rusev countered the Kinshasa with the Machko kick. And then he's slow, of course, to capitalize because Aiden English gets on a microphone, getting into being obnoxious, going, Rusev Day! And he gets up and goes, Rusev! crush. It's obvious like he was just like, digging deeper and into Rusev's skin by just, going after him with the microphone. But off the distraction, Shinsuke gets a roll-up pinfall to retain the U.S. title. And then after the match, Rusev and Lana are in the ring, and then Aiden English gets there and starts attacking Rusev, hitting him over and over in the head with the microphone. He lifts the mic to his mouth and sings Happy Rusev Day to everyone, and then Lana tells him to get out, and he gets out. So, again, I'll talk more about the Aiden English heel turn in my turn when I record it after this video. We then get AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas. Again, another match between these two, and I loved it. Like, literally, again, if Andrade went to Raw, he would not be going anywhere. But as I keep saying, Almas, even when NXT was not always one of my favorites. Like, I never really took him that seriously, really, until he started pairing with Zelina Vega. And then he started to feel like a big deal. Like, literally, with them taking the whole story with Johnny Gargano up to a whole different level, just taking advantage of what he was going through at the time, was what really helped elevate him big time and made him worthy of being in the main event of NXT, which, gave him a good championship run like they did. And the main roster on SmackDown, they've been doing the same thing. He feels like a big deal. He's been getting, literally, he made me care about a Sin Cara match. I actually enjoyed the match that Almas and Sin Cara had before Extreme Rules this year. That was not too bad of a match at all whatsoever. I actually was interested in what was going on with them. Of course, again, Sin Cara is not going to get anywhere anytime soon, but, I still enjoyed it. And, of course, he's had 2 matches with AJ Styles, and it's true. Andrade has taken Styles to the limit. And even Zelina Vega. Again, what I love about Zelina Vega is she has no fear. Like, she did a cheap shot to AJ when the referee wasn't looking and like it was no big deal. In NXT, she did hurricanranas on guys like, Roderick Strong. She caused distractions to Johnny Gargano. She even did try to attempt one on Drew McIntyre. The girl is small, but she has no fear at all. And that's what makes her stand out as a great business manager for Almas. Again, as a business pair, they're powerful. They're awesome. Literally, they're my new favorite duo for the most part, pretty much. But of course, he didn't quite win. He lost thanks to a Styles clash, which that's fine. I mean, I still didn't quite like how they had him tap out to the calf crush of the first match, but the match is still good. But this match is still great as well. Andrade lost, but he's showing that he has all this potential, and he definitely could be a world champion someday. So I really enjoyed this match. AJ wins, and afterwards, Samoa Joe runs to the apron, and he starts attacking AJ, taking him to the floor, yelling at him about he knows the truth that he should be champion right now. He's never going to be safe anymore. Styles recovers and puts him into the steps, and then Joe rakes the eyes and then runs through the crowd. AJ returns to the ring and stands tall with his title as Joe looks on. So again, we're going to be getting Styles and Joe Part 3 at Super Showdown. Again, it's not called a no-holds-barred match. It's called a no countouts, no disqualifications, there must be a winner. Just say no holds barred. Just say no holds barred, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, then again, they might not want weapons involved, so I don't know. Who knows? Well, then again, there can still be weapons involved because it's no disqualification. So we'll see what happens if Joe wins the title there or Styles retains again. We'll see where we go to that. Live chat. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where were we at? With the injury, Sheamus has Larry. I just have one all-time favorite, and I just have to say a thing. Would you please shut the hell up? No, I'm sorry. Would you please shut the hell up? Literally what I screamed to my TV one time last year whenever it was, again, I probably told the story before, but there was, when they had Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander and that whole Alicia Fox crap, from 2016 to like summer 2017 going on. I remember there was one day, I don't remember what happened, but I remember I was in a bad mood that day. And I was watching Raw, and it was one of the few matches where they had Noam Dar coming out while he was FaceTiming Alicia Fox. And it's like, hey, I have a match. No, Noam, don't leave me. Noam, don't leave me. It's like, I have a match. I have to go fight my match. No, Noam. Literally sets the phone down in the ring. You see Alicia Fox's big head up on the Titantron from the webcam view, and the whole match is here. Noam. They did that probably like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And I literally, again, from whatever I was ticked off about earlier, and that combined, when I was watching Raw, I literally just got to screen my TV. Would you please just shut the hell up? And I was much angry, of course, but I literally did that. But for old time's sake, yes, Larry. Heel Randy is badass, Lauren. Randy versus the production staff. That would be awesome. This is the order we've been waiting for since 2016. I agree. Yeah, Orton should do this to Kevin Dunn, Vince, Roman, and Road Dogg. Dang. TLM saying they just had nothing for him. They should have had this Orton versus Lesnar at SummerSlam 2 years ago. I agree. Guest production guy didn't want to shake Randy's hand. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. That's old news that has never been proven, Larry, but I've seen the comments. Larry, completely cool. That was definitely a good one. I do think they'll involve AJ's wife somewhat during the feud. They could. Nakamura still botchy. I do agree. Although you gotta love the "Come on!" Or again, as AJ Styles, as stiff as a board, going, "Come on!" R-Truth, "Come on!" Jeff Hardy was like, "Come on!" A little too happy there, I felt, but R-Truth is still my favorite. I just like I do like how Styles was like a stiff as board trying to imitate him, going, "Come on!" Oh man. My sister is like my tweet. Awesome. Thanks, Steph. Anyways, oh yes, and as I must quote Nakamura also, since Laura mentioned in the live chat, knee to the face. I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania with a knee to the face. Do you think Nakamura will resign next year or leave WWE? Honestly, with how good, with how much, New Japan is taking big steps, it's kind of what I want to say in my video about Nakamura, is the fact that in NXT, they've just set the bar so high for Nakamura. They literally made him a megastar. So much of a megastar that on the main roster, matches that we'd say are, not bad or good, we feel are bad for Nakamura. And if he goes back to New Japan, he would get back on that mega level status. So I honestly think there is a chance he could be gone within the next year or so, I think, in my honest opinion. And if I think give him his match with Daniel Bryan, because I know that's one of the main reasons why he wanted to come to WWE. Have him be with Daniel Bryan, and then maybe after that he can go back to New Japan. But I do think it's I don't know if it would happen or not. I'm not saying I want to see it happen, but if he would want to go back to New Japan, I don't blame him. So yeah, I definitely agree that his main roster run's been kind of meh, because if it didn't set the bar for him so high in NXT, making him look like a god, then I'm sure people wouldn't expect so much once he came to the main roster. Knock America rules. He's a good, funny heel, but I thought turning him was a mistake. Yeah, I do think his character is a little more interesting as a heel, because as a babyface, because here's the thing, yes, he was funny in NXT. He made some of his jokes. But on the main roster, I think they made a little bit of like a mockery out of him with his promos and whatnot. But I think his promos have been at least a little bit more tolerable as a heel. But he still doesn't feel like he's that big of a deal, though, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure now, because I heard he has his family here in the States, and just think of all the money he will make staying in the WWE. That is true, definitely. That the bad booking is a different story, though. Exactly. She really can't stand Almas. Yeah, he's talented, but there's something about him and Zelina that throws her off. That's fine, Lauren. Can you do a top 5 video of your most potential in NXT talent? That actually might not be a bad idea. I'll put down a suggestion for my streams. Top 5 best potential talent in NXT. I'll put that one down. Thank you for the suggestion. Nakamura should be W champion instead of US champion. To be honest, he'd be booked better. That is true because again, it was just another heel failing in the main event scene and just got thrown down to a consolation prize and they're going nowhere with it. Zelina could use a singles push. She could. She likes Zelina better solo, but not with Almas, she claims. It's fine. Please keep her as Almas' manager. The pairing is perfect. Where's Robbie? We need him. Saying, where's my Zelina Vega ice cream bars? Yeah, we need all the ice cream we can need here, guys. I mean, again, my birthday's on Saturday. We can get some ice cream and just hang out or something. I don't know. Don't think they'll give Almas a title anytime soon, to be honest. I mean, I don't see it happening, more so because we have a heel U.S. champion. I don't think he's ready for the main event scene quite yet. So it definitely could be a while until we see Almas getting a title, but he still could put on some good matches. I do think so. I do think Zelina and Becky could be awesome. Becky is a babyface, of course. Then you don't know what the plans are, Lauren. Vince absolutely loves Andrade and Vega and wants to give Andrade a huge push soon. I've heard that rumor, so I'd be cool with it. I think Joe will win, and it will be a draw with The Miz and Daniel Bryan. It will be a fatal 4-way. Honestly, a fatal 4-way between those 4 wouldn't be a bad idea. Kevin Dunn just made the list. He made the list ages ago. Alicia Fox made the list ages ago as well. Vince likes Almas. Wow, she's shocked. But that Alicia Fox. Exactly. It does sound stupid because, again, the only reason why they had that feud is because Vince McMahon apparently loved the way Noam Dar's Scottish accents. I'm botching that. Wow. The only reason why they really did that feud because Vince loved the way how Noam Dar said Fox. It sounded like something else. Alicia Fox. What it sounds like, Jericho has the best lines. Everyone and everything, it's a fact. I do agree. Mike looks like he's on drugs doing come on. He's like, sorry, I'm being an asshole this time. No, you're not being an asshole at all, man. You're just being pretty funny, but of course, come on. I'll do it for you once again. Jericho's voice, you just made the list. Why put Jericho's voice on the list? Aiden English just made the list. WWE Creative just made the list because they don't get it. They're stupid idiots. They made the list as well. Top 5 heels on SmackDown and Raw and Face. I believe got that one written down. Reasons why they'll never make Nakamura Infinite Champion again. I hated writing that, but it's true. It is definitely WWE or Universal. Top 10 reasons why Roman and Charlotte are the most overpushed right now. Check out JD's doing his own Kevin Dunn voice. It's legendary. Gotta check it out. We write these suggestions down again just to make sure I got them. Let's see here. Top 5 faces and heels on each brand. I've already talked about Roman and whatnot being overpushed, so thanks, but I think that one's probably been done how many times already, but it's okay. Top 10 quotes of all time. Top 10 quotes of all time. I think that could be a good one. You see Braun win a title soon. As much as I want it to happen, I don't think it's going to happen because it's Roman, my boy. You can't hate him. You gotta love him. He is awesome. He's amazing. He's the greatest of all time. Just like, John Cena is the greatest thing of all time. Oh, look at that sexy Samoan. John, you're good. You can go now. Oh, Roman, come over here. Come over here. It is time for you to be the greatest of all time. um, Jericho's voice by saying you just made the. I meant DK Jericho's voice by saying you just made the list. And a top 10 impressions. Top 10 impressions. If I haven't done that one yet. Thank you guys for the stuff as always. Let's go back here and finish up this review, and I'll take one more for the live chat. We didn't get Asuka versus Billie Kay. Match was short, sweet, to the point. Asuka crushed Billie Kay. That's all we really needed. Then we had our main event, which was Becky's championship coronation. Paige is in the ring, introduces Becky Lynch, and Becky comes out expecting her to be like, yeah, I got this and whatnot. But Becky comes out all serious. She gets to the ring. Paige congratulates her and presents her with a title belt with Becky's plates on it. So that's nice. And it took 2 long years, but she's finally back where she belongs. This is her show, her title, and there'll be no more being left off posters, magazine covers, morning talk shows. From now on, she's getting what she deserves. She thanks Paige for her treatment here, saying she doesn't need balloons or the whole division out. She just needs one woman. And she pretty much begs Charlotte to come. Doesn't beg, but, just goad Charlotte into coming out. Charlotte does come out. Then Paige warns them they're not doing this tonight. But Charlotte says she's not here to fight. Paige takes her at her word and she leaves. Charlotte then says she's not here to steal her spotlight, as Becky keeps accusing her of doing. She's just here to give Becky the respect she refused to give her at SummerSlam. She won fair and square, and she wants to look her in the eye and tell Becky she was the better woman on Sunday. But she paid a steep price to regain the title and threw away a lot more than a friendship. She hopes she soaks it in, and Becky is just standing there to look like, I don't give a crap of what you're saying. She's saying that Flair is going to get her rematch at Super Showdown. It may have taken 2 years to get the title back, but she can lose it in one night. That Becky says she stopped listening after Charlotte said her being the better woman. Charlotte says all these things about Becky being second best, but the title says otherwise. On Sunday, she didn't let Becky raise her hand because it'd be stealing her spotlight at her greatest moment. But tonight, she may touch the champ and raise her hand. Charlotte refuses. Becky says that's okay. She doesn't want her to do that anyway. She wants her to put the title around her waist. Flair says, I came out here to show respect, but also wish there was a little bit of her best friend left in whatever she's become. So congratulations, champ. Then Becky says, sorry, she didn't want that to happen either. She just wanted her to call her queen. And then Charlotte just turns to walk away, and then Becky puts the mic up and just goes, bitch. And then Charlotte just snaps and attacks Becky, and then knocks her out of the ring off the floor. But Becky gets up and she overpowers Charlotte. She throws her into the announce desk. She threw into the timekeeper's barricade, back through the ring, and hit the disarmer on her. And she just did her business. She's satisfied with what she did. She gets the title and holds it high before she heads back up to the ring. But then she runs back and hits an exploding suplex, or as Robbie and I call it, Bexplex City, bitch. But she did that exploding suplex for the exclamation point. She stands on the stage tall, while Charlotte just stares her down, and then Becky just stands up there holding the championship up nice and proud. Of course, again, she didn't bash the crowd, but obviously she's, Becky's being like, yeah, I got where I wanted to be, but I am not letting anybody knock me off my throne. And she's being dead serious about that. So she's not trying to be all, goody-goody with Charlotte, like, hey, I beat you, but it's all good. No, it's not. Becky, again, she's tired. She was tired of waiting. She's tired of her opportunity to get taken away by her best friend. So now she's like, I'm not letting any of this get to me because I'm staying where I belong. I've worked hard for the past 2 years to get back up here. And once again, we're supposed to hate her, though, for, having this long journey to get back. And love Charlotte. Which, again, I still think Charlotte's talented. But right now, obviously, I'm cheering for Becky. I'm behind Becky in this all the way. So they're having a match at Super Showdown. And I look forward to them hopefully having a last woman. I'm predicting now. I'll leave it in my predicted match card, my match for Evolution. I will leave it in there, but I'm going to predict them having a last woman standing match at Evolution to blow off this feud, and it will be awesome. So that is the show, and once again, hey Raw, you suck. SmackDown Live, you rock. Hey Raw, you suck. SmackDown Live, you rock. Because let me check these polls here before I give my final thoughts and check the live chat one more time. What grade would you give this episode of SmackDown Live? For my polls, we got 9 votes here. 56% said A, 33% said B, 11% said C, but nobody else said anything lower than that. And what showed you more this week? Raw or SmackDown Live? 5 votes. They all said SmackDown Live, which that's the way it should be. Of course, my grade, obviously, again, despite, we had the lowest point of the show was definitely the stuff with Naomi, Asuka. I'm sorry, that robe that Asuka wears looks weird. Whatever, that whole glow thing with the fur thing, again, it just looked weird. But again, at least the match was short, sweet and to the point, nothing like too long that was like, and this or anything like that. So with that, SmackDown gets an A. SmackDown tonight gets an A from me, and no doubt about it kicked Raw in the rear end. So that's my better SmackDown's my better show of this week. So let's check the live chat one more time. Let's see here. Do Jericho's voice. All right, Lauren. You want me to do a Jericho voice? And to all you other haters out there, would you just shut the hell up? Are we going to get ready soon to have the Festival of Friendship? Ballsy bop. Oh, man, gotta love Jericho. Last suggestion, doing legendary Vince promos in Vince voice. Now that would be good. It definitely would be. Reasons why Raw needs to be off TV and get more creative. I kind of did that already with my top 10 reasons as to needs to improve with the product general, but that is still a good idea though. Or Roman promos in Vince's voice to throw all the irony in there. I could do that. Top 10 most talented WWE stars. I got that one suggested. Vince's voice. Believe that. I do have the thing with Savages, and I do need something. I still, of course, need to do a video on why the Shield reunion was a mistake. Top 10 families. I got them all written down. I didn't want to type anything in the chat today. Bad Larry. Dude, you're fine, man. You've done nothing wrong. Top 10 reasons why SmackDown Live is better than Raw. I actually think it would be an appropriate time to do that. Top 10 reasons why SmackDown Live is better than Raw. That's actually one I'll try to do soon. You're good, Larry. Are you there more than 3 or 4 families? I'm seriously asking. Nice year as always. SmackDown was an A for me. Brilliant shows. See you Thursday, boo. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Lauren. And don't ever stop cheering Becky. W needs to open their freaking ears and eyes. And he's having a good night's sleep well as well. Mike that was more of a Raven voice. My bad. Sorry. Do best and worst superstars and divas of all time. I got that. She's going to go to sleep now. See you Thursday. All right. Well, thanks for the suggestions, and sorry that voice kind of screwed up for the Jericho impression, but I think I'm going to check it out also because I do want to do the turn alerts. Nah, I'm hitting the hay. But guys, thank you again for joining me live, and of course, 205 Live and NXT Live will be tomorrow night because 205 Live is now Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, which I think is a great idea. Of course, tomorrow night also. during NXT, hopefully I'll get to watch it live right away. But I will be doing live reactions tomorrow night during the Ricochet and Pete Dunne title for title matches. I have really high expectations for that match. It should be great. So I'm doing that. Again, odds and ends here and there. Thursday will be probably my special live stream. Not sure if I'll do anything Friday because I'm having people over for my birthday. And then Saturday is my birthday, but I'm going to play another old video game I haven't played in a while. I did that 2 years ago. I played a couple old video games that, I played, in my early teen years, maybe a little younger than that. Nothing like too childish or anything like that. But, I see a couple games I haven't played in a while. I'm like, I should pull these out and play them again. So maybe I'll do something like that on my birthday on Saturday. Which, once again, guys, I'll be 25. And, of course, since I always mention it, Sonya Deville will turn 25 on Monday. Because I always keep saying how I'm 2 days older than Sonya Deville. But anyways, guys, yes, thanks to Lori. Lori, wow. Lauren Larry. And I apologize. Your guy's name was TLM Nathan McNair 07. Thank you guys for joining me live. And we also heard that there'll be a 20+ minute match, which cool. Let's do it. Cannot wait to do live reactions for that tomorrow night. So guys, again, I will do a couple turn alerts after this, get them uploaded sometime tonight. So make sure to stay tuned for those as well. Again, NXT and 205 live reviews tomorrow night. And then, of course, the live reactions as well. Stay tuned for that tomorrow night. So, guys, once again, I give SmackDown live an A tonight. SmackDown Live was definitely so much better than Raw this week. What were your thoughts on SmackDown Live? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And make sure to always click my like and subscribe for more content on my channel. And you may follow me on Twitter as well at TheManAirboy93. And with that, guys, I am checking out. I will see you all later. So until then, guys, have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody.